I'm taking a break from my usual magic videos to do this SolForge video. Just because as an April Fool's joke, there was a Mission Impossible um, uh, campaign was put up, and the reason why it's called Mission Impossible is it appears to be impossible to win, because whenever you damage the enemy, he will regenerate for the amount you damaged him and gain armor equal to the highest damage dealt to him in the game. So, like, let's say you hit him for 5, then he regens for 5 and gets 5 armor. If you later hit him for 5, of course he's armored, so that would be 0. But if you hit him for, say, 6, then he'll regen for the missing 1 point of damage, the one that carried over, and now he has armor 6. So should be impossible to kill him. He also has some other rules. Every rank, all of his cards rank up to the rank that he's on. So if it's rank 2, all his cards are rank 2. If it's rank 3 and up, all his cards are rank 3. And in addition to that, if you shrink any of his guys down to 0 power, he'll just sacrifice them and then start playing new ones. And in addition to that, he also has some direct damage that does like I think 25 damage to the face. So it should be impossible to beat him. However, it's not, as you can see. I already have. The way I did it was with this deck called Wall of Life, which is intentionally trying to avoid using legendaries to get the win, so that it's accessible to most. The one thing I'm missing that I need is 2 more energy prisons to make this work very smoothly and quickly. As a temp measure, I put in 2 meta transfers to shrink a creature. As long as I don't get it down to 0 power, this just helps. But you're going to see the way that this deck plays out here. I'm going to just discuss it as we go. So I'm going to select Wall of Life. Now the only thing about this is, particularly with the lack, you basically want to mulligan. You want to start the game over until you start a hand with Vault Blockades. This is a key card for the deck in the early game to make your early game smooth. So once you have a Vault Blockade, you can start playing. So he played, I don't know what Mimic Leaf is. Okay, he makes more Mimic Leafs and they're very weak. That's fantastic. So I'm going to just play myself a Defender. I don't want to bother. Yeah, I'll just play a Defender, and I'm going to level an Energy Surge. And I wish I had done that in a different order, because then I could have played Perilous Insight there, but oops, no big deal. Alright, so the goal here is, because he gets armor whenever you hit him, the goal is to not damage him until you can actually do lethal in 1 hit. So for the rest of the time, we're just loading up. So what is this, Flame Sculptor? Okay, great. So we're going to shrink that down and use this as an opportunity to level a I don't know, Ferocious Roar, Perilous Insight, and we're going to level. We're going to play Perilous Insight, and we're going to level our other 2 cards. It's a very good turn. Grab some life and end the turn. I gotta watch this because the 2 poison on the 10 armor means this really only has an effective armor of 8. I'm just about to die now, which is unfortunate. But I drew another Vault Blockade, so we're not too upset. And I'll go ahead and play Perilous Insight, and we're gonna level up Energy Surge and Torque Mine. All right. You know, he played a 0 power creature and destroyed his own 0 power creature. He will not destroy him instantly, but he will destroy him at the beginning of his turn, so. Alright, so we're in level 2 and I'm getting my butt kicked, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and gain some life. Strangely, he played a Defender. This is going to turn out to be extremely happy for me. I could actually kill his creature here with the Elysian Shard. There's some thought to doing that in order to thin my deck out a little bit. If I do that, however, as in rank 2, he's going to 100% play. All his cards are now rank 2. Still, this is an 8/8. It's approximately a rank 2 card now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just have to hope that I just want him to play either a creature or a blocker there, because I do not want, oh right, 0 power. Because I do not want to hit him with the Torgmine Mender. Oh boy. Luckily, he's got that Mimic Leaf thing. So we're good there. Okay, so I think it's a little more interesting. We're going to energy surge and see what our options are. Really just looking for Vault Blockade right now. I can throw down this. Oh, he's got a regen. Too bad that this doesn't have more power. But I'll throw down this Sprout. We're going to mend ourselves some health. And just battle. It's not a very exciting like deck to play, I guess. But you do get kind of on the edge of your your seat with life totals. Okay, well, he's gonna regen and he's gonna armor up, but in the end it's not a huge deal. It just means it takes longer for us to get there, and it's not like a oh no, I have to quit playing now. Valkyrie gives him a nice torrent. Too much of an issue there. I think the thing to do is we need to mitigate some of that damage over there. I'm going to throw out another Sprout. I'm going to need some life. Really not having a lot of luck finding my freaking walls or my give your creature defender spell, which is the key to the whole deck. Sometimes you just get games like this just take forever to find anything good. Energy surge and dig again. There's a Vault Blockade. Alright, that shuts off 10 damage. That's pretty good. And we're going to, what does this guy do? Anything? No? We need to transform him, so I'll go ahead and just grab some life and put in some damage. And grab more life. Okay, there's our second blockade. Now it's soak 15, which is great. That takes care of the squadron. Okay, so that's taken care of. And we can handle some of these a different way. We're going to go ahead and just meta transfer off one of these and level up our Mender again. The important thing to level in the beginning of the game is things that help you find the pieces of your defense. There we go, energy prism. And of course, frustratingly, there are very few creatures with Defender, right, that I can target. However, look at that, a level 1 creature. Alright, 18. We may be dead here. This direct damage may kill me before I can complete the lock. That was unfortunate timing on that. Let's find out. We're going to blockade this guy off, and we're going to dendrify this. And it looks like I'm dead, so that sucks. This is one issue with this deck. If you just don't find blockades, like if you just don't draw blockades and you can't turn any of his guys into walls, then you're screwed. Like you're dead to the shuffler. So, alright, so turn one, we're gonna parallel. God, I hate the way these cards play. Like, dragging them into play should be sufficient. Alright, so it's really great to level Energy Surge early since they're free, because it kind of helps put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to see kind of how this runs out. I don't know, this doesn't do anything, this doesn't do anything, great. It doesn't matter who I block here. And we'll go ahead and just level Dendrify while I'm at it. A 6/6 on the 10 armor wall is just as good as a 3/5. It's completely irrelevant to me. Helion creature moves, he gets bigger. Okay, so for now though, it's not. So we're gonna get the wall down and go ahead and paralyze Insight again. Okay, so this is more like how an early game should start to play out. Actually, playing out very, very well. So, okay, Ravager, I forget, grows or heals? Gains health. Don't really like that. However, we'll do this. I'll get our energy surge leveled. And I'm going to go ahead and just stall for now. That should trade off there, and then he's going to get a level 2 to replace it, but by then should have what I need. Okay, we've got level 2 cards. Alright, there's that guy. We can meta transfer just to prevent any shenanigans, or I can go ahead and gain life. A little tempting, but I'm thinking the life gain may be more appropriate. However, I think actually I'm under no duress, so I'll go ahead and level up meta transfer and torque my there. Okay, excellent. Energy prison. So once we have the energy prison, now we can lock down. Oh, okay, we've got some armor over there. That's actually really helpful. That's extremely helpful. Now a 2-power guy won't even kill his creatures. How fantastic. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna energy prison this. And go ahead and just watch this. Perfect. All right, so this is what we want. I mean, of course, he has removal from my guys in his deck and other such shenanigans like that, but it's okay. All right, so we have lots and lots of stall. Better thing to do here is probably just meta transfer that down and level our energy surge up. So he's going to get a little bit of health, but it's nothing. It's not like a deal breaker over there. There's small. You fall behind slightly in the beginning, obviously, and then pick it up in the end. So it doesn't matter too much. It's quite tempting here to actually just play a Vault Welder, trade it off with his tier 2 or whatever. I think that's probably wrong. I think it's fine to just let him have some life, so we'll just discard this and level it. Since I can't really afford to play these other cards just yet. We haven't quite hit the Lycian Shard phase. I actually need. I haven't drawn a single life-gaining defender yet to put in front of this defender, who would be the creature that would be subject to the Lycian Shards. Okay, well there's Vault Blockade to take care of that. So what I can do though is I can throw. Well, I am going to want to level the Dendrophytes at some point, but I think for now it's fine. So what I can do is I can throw Torg my Mender here and give myself some life. And then I don't actually want to kill this creature, so I'm going to overwrite the Mender with another creature, and if I didn't have one, then I would turn it into a 6/6. I would turn it into a tree folk. Okay, well that's unfortunate. All right, so we're going to overwrite this because we don't actually want to kill this guy. Here I'm going to throw a Trump out, and in the deck just a little bit. We actually don't need to keep drawing Guardian. Okay, good. There's Dendrify. This is exactly why we're playing them, if you're wondering. And you go back to being nonsense again. Right back up. And we'll go ahead and start recovering. Alright, energy surges. Now, what we're really trying to do is, the reason this takes so long for me is because I only have the one card to give him Defender. What I need is more, of course. So this is just a little bit agonizing, but hey, let's draw some cards. There's Energy Prison. Alright, so I'm tired of dealing with you. And now that that guy is locked down, it's safe for me to throw a Sprout in front of it. And I could play this, but there's absolutely no point to playing this. There's absolutely no point to playing this other than leveling up. I think maybe just to level it up we will. But once you draw too many cards, he does that. So it's something to keep in mind. But, having it at level 3 now is probably better. So I guess that's all right. Okay, so it looks like, we're taking damage here, but totally do not care. Um, all right, so now is a good time to drop a Lycian shard. We just want to. He can kill. He can still kill these guys, but just want to kind of like not make it too easy for him. And it's probably totally fine to also Mender and actually focus on these guys. Want to get their toughness up high enough, and also put an extra creature in the lane in order to gain some health. And then because my guy is going to kill his guy here, so I don't really want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dendrify his creature so that it can't attack in and die this turn. Now, if you get a creature and he's too big, then the opponent will. Let me see, Heart Tree, Defender, Regenerate. Creature you control get Regenerate. That's fantastic. If I had that legend, I would certainly use that in this deck. However, the fact that it's Defender is incredibly good for me. So thank you very much for that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to upgrade these blockades for now, just to make it a little bit more difficult for him to punch through by using buffs, because I have nothing better to do basically. So we'll upgrade that one, other than Lycian Shard. We're going to Lycian Shard also to get these guys out. Like I said, you want to get their toughness out of range, and we want to thin the deck. We want to take the Lycian Shards out of the deck. Sad day. 0 power creature. I keep forgetting that rule. What I actually should have done was Lycian Sharded his guy. So, Fire Fist, you're anti. That sounds like some sort of insult. But that's probably not good. That's probably not the kind of creature we want sitting there. So, what do we have to do about that? Do we have anything to do about that? Not really. So, instead, I will Mender. Trump Block Mender. Pump Toughness further. Or do I want to grab 12 health for myself? I think it's probably fine to pump Toughness. And then we'll throw this guy out here. I don't want to kill his creature is the thing. I don't want to kill his creature. Prefer if my guy lives for turns, I can grab some health off of him. So we'll just do that. These guys give, one for each. Level 1 gives you 1 for each creature in lane in the first. Level 1 gives you 1 for each creature in your lanes. 2 is 2 and 3 is 3. So that if you have 5 lanes full, they'll give 15 each. You set 25 points of direct damage is the thing that we're concerning ourselves with. Okay, Energy Surge is going to find me the answers. Alright, there's a Dendrify, but I can't play it on him because I didn't level that quickly enough. So we're going to dig a little farther. Okay, there we go. Energy Prison is great. However, that thing's gargantuan. Really need to find a. I'm concerned if I Energy Surge here, he may lock me down. So I'm gonna prison this. I can shrink his attack. Let's see. There is some thought that has to go into this. So I gotta find an answer though. Jeez. I needed to level my Dendrifies a bit earlier. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to shrink this down. And we're going to level Dendrify that way. Gain some life back. That turn's going to hurt. And the next turn's going to hurt. He's going to do 13. He's probably going to take out this other sprout. However, there's a prison. So Dendrify's really is in there. Okay, that prison's going on Iron Maiden. Right on time, too. Right, looks like Trump Block Mender. Grab some health. Really just looking for level 2 Dendrify. Or 3. Would be good. Dendrify. Not level 1. So bad. So bad. Find me a freaking Dendrify. Thank you. Oh, okay. And then we need to get sprouts going. Right. Stat. So I'm going to start sprouting. And let's get a blockade in front of this guy so we don't take 6 points every turn. I probably should have played that first before gaining the life. Hopefully that doesn't cost me too much. Okay. Yeah, now I can go ahead and sprout in front of this. Give myself even more health, but I think I'm going to pump my sprouts up because I think I'm good on the life gain. I just want to keep them alive. And magically, all is well. So, you know, you play the deck, you live on the edge a little bit, but it's fine. Alright, so now we can surge and look for anything else that might be valuable to us. Still digging. I'm trying to find that last energy cage. So at this point, there's very little I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and meta transfer to shrink this big guy slightly. In order to get a free level up on my, I'll go ahead and just level this Gemheart Sprout up. And then the menders aren't like super useful right now. Having a mender over here, so I'm just gonna go over it and play this. Now I do have to actually get rid of this mender that I've got here, or he's gonna kill his Gemhide Ravager at some point, and we certainly don't want that. So there's plenty of ways to do it though. Either kill or disable. So energy surge. But because this guy has Defender, I can do this like on my turn, you know, all day. So there's certainly a way to do it here. Probably the best way will be to we want to thin the deck as much as possible, but also, you know, protect our guys. So we'll go ahead and overwrite again, and then overwrite it yet again. I would have liked the Lycian Sharded there. However, I think it's more important to go ahead and just get the block like firmly in place, and then I'll thin the deck out and I'll start with the roars. So on a turn like this, which is kind of weird, but basically I have no plays. So what I'm going to do is just grab my life and then discard these guys down. Now once all creatures, 100% of creatures have Defender, then I'll start actually casting the roars, and then my guys really get out of range from removal, and then the game is going to end with 100% certainty. But as you can see, having only having only one energy prison is a real bummer. So he took my creature's abilities away, which is kind of interesting, but it just opened up a lane for me to pump my guys and throw down I guess a weaker version if I want. Which, you know, is fine, I suppose. It levels it. So yeah, we'll just do that. And then, really considering whether or not, well, there's no reason to play Gentrify. So there's Energy to Prison 3. Now we can complete the lock. Now one of the other things you can do, once you get to the point where all of his guys have Defender, is you can Dendrify like something huge like this and then Energy Prison it. I don't know if he's got any way to like sack this to do damage to me or something like that, and I don't really want to find out. So that's what I generally do as just a sort of like, because I've got nothing better to do type of thing. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and gain some life, and now in our throw off lane over here, we don't really need to draw too many more plants, so we can start exiling them. Um, and thinning the deck even further. And then while we're at it, just shrink him down. Now we don't want this tree folk to kill this tree folk, but he's summoning sick and his guy has defender, so he's not going to kill him now. And on this turn I could override him with Vault Blockade, I could Dendrify him again. There's so many different ways that I can pin my creature down basically indefinitely, that I'm not worried about it whatsoever. So it does look like I'm going to have to override it again. We'll go ahead and pump up this weakened Sprout over here, and then we'll override this guy just like that. I'd like to have all level 3 Sprouts going, but as you can see, once you get control of the game, there's really no issues. Also, it's probably time for me to start roaring. Okay, well that's cool. I don't have a Dendrify to go with that prison, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just override this. I prefer to start roaring once I have like all my level 3s out there. Maybe I just like to win with all gold cards. I don't know. But now we've got 100% safe board. So now we're going to start pumping with. We're going to use our Lycian shards, whatever Lycian shards we have that are left. Anything else we can do to thin the deck out. Try and pump up the low defense Sprouts. Try and get those guys out of range. Might as well go ahead and I have nothing I can upgrade in my hand with the meta transfers. These should be the energy cages that would have made the whole early game smoother. So we'll just go ahead and make that gold. But there's almost no point to. It almost doesn't matter there. Okay. So we'll end the turn. Alright. So now the way this deck's set up is everything else in here is just designed to make this part of the game go faster. So we'll draw extra cards. We're just looking for anything that, okay, there we go. Let's roar 2. And I'll grab some life, but at some point here I'm just going to stop gaining life because it's time consuming and it's completely pointless. We'll go ahead and grab cards because I already went through 3 roars and I just want to get through my deck. Notice how thin the deck actually is now. We're actually removing so many cards from the deck that it's going to consistently, you're going to be super consistent. Yeah, see removal like that? It's kind of annoying, but our victory condition involves pumping our guys, so it's not really like a huge deal for us. There's roar again. Alright, and since I used 2 good roars, I'm going to surge. Yeah, I'll stop around 500 or so. That should be sufficiently safe. I don't know, I mean that 135 health over there, I'd like to do something about it, but just don't have time right now. Did I actually remove all my Torgmice? Let's find out. I think I exiled them all. Yeah, oops. That's one thing I didn't mean to do. The Torgmite who exiles plants, this is where you start using him to exile all of your Sprouts and Menders. Because as you can see, they're just horrible, like useless dead drops. However, I did not correctly. I guess at some point I accidentally removed them both, not thinking about it correctly. So because I didn't keep one Torgmite back, I'm going to draw all these useless plants now. So you can see the purpose of why having those in there is actually like super valuable for this phase of the game. You just don't want to just going through it. It's just too slow otherwise, you know. So I can, we'll just weak roar. Although maybe, you know, I mean, you could keep like one Mender around, I suppose, if you really thought that you might like to have one, but it's not tremendously important. Okay, well, I'd really like a way to turn that thing to a wall. I just feel more comfortable about it. If I could, however, it doesn't appear I'm going to find it this time. So we'll just go ahead and level this up. If this poison starts to matter, I'll throw a Torgmite here, level this, pump its toughness with the Mender, and then again do the tricks of overwrite and such. And this is why we run Gemheart Sprouts as our wall. Yeah, nice seal of Kadros there, buddy. Okay, we'll roar, and just keep leveling our cards. Okay, so let's take a look at our power. This lane is useless to us. These are the attackers. We're going to kill them with Sprouts. So we've got, it looks like 50, a little over 100 damage, but he's got tons of health, including the 78 health guy. Okay, good. We got Energy Surge. We got our Prison. Normally wouldn't be so doggone. Okay, so there we're going to Dendrify this guy. Prison. And now we don't have to trample over a 78 health creature. We only have to deal 6. So let's see, 9 and 6. So he's going to absorb, well, 20 plus the armor. So there's that to consider as well. That's one thing, like, again, having more of the energy surges and stuff would have been really, really nice. We don't really have, because I like to continuously dendrify until all he has is like 6/6 tree folks. Just an endless wall of that. I'll go ahead and pump this guy up because he's taking a lot of beats there. I mean, I could override him with the fresh one, but then I gotta get then it just takes even longer with the roars to get back up to speed. Totally not worth it. So, kind of glad he buffed over there, since that's the lane that that's my off lane. It's my junk lane. So okay, roar, and we'll just mend this guy back up. We'll just keep mending him until I can actually get a hand where I can finish him off. It looks like let's see, 43 and 27. It's getting close. If we're not there, we're getting pretty close. Let's see, we're gonna roar again. Also, I can dendrify one of those and drop it down to 6. So that would be 6, 12. 12 and 13 is 25, plus 11 is 36, plus 116 is 152. So I need to do over 152 damage with 4 lanes. So 152 damage. Don't think I've got it yet. Oh, he damaged me, right? I should probably just gain a little life. I want to go under 500. 152. So 48. Looks like we're going to get there soon. So let's energy surge. Let's see if we can find some more answers. Oh, there's a prison. Do we have a dendrify? Yes, we do. Excellent. So first I can battle here. This is actually a safe. Well, I'm worried he's gonna dump my hand. So I can dendrify for free, right? So, but if I dendrify prison, it's really not that important. I think it's probably better to just pin this guy. I'm tempted to get away with it. Let's see if we can sneak it out. I'll do it in this lane where it doesn't matter that much. Well, yeah, we would have been able to do it. What a bummer. I wish I knew the exact count of how many you're allowed to play. It would kind of help right there, where I could track more carefully to see if I go over. Because I'd like to dendrify prison a few of these down, and then that's less damage I got to push through. Well, we're getting close to lethal here anyway. Well, there's another roar. If we're not already there. Surge, find me my stuff. Yeah, you'd think that the deck thinning and stuff is silly until you get to this point in the game and all you want to do is like end it. Alright, this is looking pretty good now. That's 160, almost 170 damage there. That's lethal. So now we just need Vault Blockade, and there it is. Perfect. And we get a roar to go with it. That's great. So, also on the final turn where you're going to kill him, like right here, this big high toughness guy, you can just dendrify. So like dendrify at level 3 is free, you know. So we're just going to roar. We're going to Vault Blockade. Oh wait, no, that's Vault Blockade. Oh, sorry, there's Vault Welder. And then we'll just let's drop another 12 defense off of his. Yeah. Battle and boom, 151 damage. No time for him to regen. No armor for him. And we got victory. So you saw it takes a little bit of playing. It takes a little bit of like edge of your seat. You've got to be willing to accept the hits early, and you can see. Oops, I really didn't mean to. I didn't really mean to do that. And you can also see like how much better it would be if I had all of the cards, like particularly 3 energy prisons as opposed to these 2 useless meta transfers, would just make that end game go so much smoother. And of course, if I hadn't been a just complete bonehead and removed both my Torgmai Guardians while I still had tons of Gemheart Sprouts and Menders, which I wanted to remove. I mean, in that end game, all you'd want to do is exile these, and then lastly, exile these. There's only 2 in there in case you got to do what I had to do in that game and just throw down a chump blocker early so that you can get. You don't want to have to worry about smoothing your game out. Losing your game to smooth your game. So that's it. That's how you beat the guy. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure in fact, I know there are a lot of other strategies. There's a lot of other ways you can go as far as your finisher, but I just like this because it's compact and it relies on the fewest number of money cards that I could imagine. Other than Energy Prison, which is probably a little questionable, if you don't have the roars, it's a good card to have in your collection anyway, so it's not like a big deal if you get them. And then, rares, it takes just a couple of days, in a day you can get all your wins and get, a couple of these rares, so like that part's pretty easy. So, yeah, winning on a budget against a pretty insane, Mission Impossible set of rules, it's a lot of fun. I hope they continue to put more things like this in the game. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, yeah, I suppose you might be wondering what the reward card is. It is, in fact, a creature, a legendary creature, that I had never seen before. And I only have one of them, so I should be able to find. Ah, yes, Flow Steel Prototype. This is the legend that you get. Basically, it looks like crap card. But here's the thing: I don't know if they're going to do more silly things like this and hand more of these out. I mean, 3 of these, I could multi. If eventually you get enough of these, I could multi-forge one down, and that would be great because my collection has the things that I've had gifted to me. And a very few cards that I've actually gotten myself. So, as you can see, actually, my own shareables, what wasn't given to me is that little bit there. I am always happy to get something like that, even though it's generally it's pretty much a suck card. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and we'll be back to Magic.